Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are here to talk to you today about the SIG P239, another subcompact offering from SIG. This one I don't completely hate, like the other one that we reviewed, the 290. As you can see, I've got some blood on my hands still, because I just changed my bandage out, and as you can tell, I lost a little chunk of my finger. Sharpened the knife so damn good that I lost part of my finger when I went to put it back in the sheath. It was awesome. Yep, it was awesome. But let's get back to this little gun here. Let's go ahead and just talk about some general figures. It's 6.6 inches from front to back. It's 5.1 inches tall. The slide is 1.2 inches with a 3.6 inch barrel. Now the weight of this SIG P239 dry is 29.5 ounces. That's with one magazine empty. Without the mag, it's 27.2 ounces. Loaded with 8+1, it weighed in at 33 ounces. So again, still much heavier than my Glock 19, which is a little bit more full size with a double stack mag. This is again a single stack. The magazine is 8+1, so 8 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. The mags weigh in at 5.8 ounces when they are fully loaded. So that's the overall size, weight, you know, good stuff. It is this is the 9mm offering. I believe this comes in a 40 as well. As for the ergonomics of it overall, as you can see, I don't give a shit if you know if it's loaded or not, so bite me. I think it has excellent ergonomics. It fits in my hand well. Now I have a large hand and I do have an issue fitting my pinky on the bottom of some guns. I can get on it, but I'm right on the lip of the magazine right there. So I kind of got to squeeze my hand in there to get a full-size grip, which isn't horrible. It's got a nice little semi-beaver tail right here that you can get your hand up under to avoid any slide bite or hammer strike there. Now, as you can tell, this is an external hammer firearm. Not always the biggest fanatic of them, but the SIG's not bad when it comes to that feature. So you can tell it's clearly unloaded, but it's not bad at all. The controls are nice. The trigger, get that out of the way, is not bad at all. The trigger on the double action pulls at 10 pounds, so that is very heavy for a double action trigger. On single action, it pulls at about 4.5 pounds. So you can tell here, we'll do a double action. You got a lot of pull. That's a real heavy, real long trigger. It's smooth till about right there. Then it gets a little choppy, then it breaks. But there's no clear break point on that. The reset on this gun definitely isn't bad. It's a little long on the reset, but not bad at all though. I mean, it's definitely manageable. With the proper training, you'll be all right with that. The overall feel of the gun, it feels nice in your hand. It fits, it conforms well. My main issue with this is this right here. This slide rattle. You can hear that right there. There's a lot of slide rattle there, and I'm just not entirely sure what is causing that. When you take the gun down, there's really nothing that could cause it other than the fact that this tolerance in fitting in this rail just isn't there, unfortunately. I think either this inner rail here, this lip where it sits in there, needed to be beefed up a little bit, or maybe there's a little bit too much of a gap in that rail right there. It's just literally the only thing I can think of that could cause that problem. And I haven't really seen it be an issue that a lot of people have brought up, but I notice it, and that rattle is just, there's a lot of rattle to that. Even with the magazine in and around in the chamber, it still has a lot of rattle. You can avoid it by putting your hand on it, but I don't know, that's one thing I really dislike. The only thing I really dislike about this gun, other than it's very heavy for a compact pistol. You know, it's 33 ounces loaded. That's a lot for a gun that only offers me 8+1 on the capacity. So, but it's a SIG. SIG does make a holster for it. There are a few aftermarket holsters, nothing special. I think it would fill, you know, the CCW role, especially like a purse gun for a lady. It's a good size, it's got a good weight to it. For women, this would probably be a nice offering. It's a little pricey, I've seen them going anywhere from about $700 to $900 in the used and new market. Not bad. I mean, it's a SIG, it's reliable, it's durable. You're not gonna have any of those issues. SIG has an excellent track record. The grip is a little smooth. There's not a lot of to grip your hand on there. It has a little bit of texturing here, but it's a very flat, smooth texture, so it's not all bad. It does have this decock feature. It's not a safety. It's right here. It's just a decock. So you can see, it still doesn't drop the hammer completely. So just a decocker, not an actual safety, which I prefer. I don't like safeties on my guns. Like I said, as for the takedown, very, very simple. Lock the slide back, pull the lever down, release the slide lock, and it comes right off. Pull this out, pop the barrel out, get your cleaning. For your basic field strip, that's about as far as you're gonna go. If you really want to go any farther, it's not too horrible. There's a pin there and a pin here that has to come out. Relatively simple to take apart. The grips come off. You can see there are two pieces. This whole back strap actually comes off with that screw and that one. So relatively simple to take down completely. Nothing crazy with that. Overall, I'd probably give this gun a 7 out of 10. The weight, again, is a big issue for me. For as heavy as this is, I would probably still stick with my 19 or maybe a different double stack gun that's going to weigh in around the same. I have more round capacity if I'm going to take that kind of weight in my carry. But overall, it's a nice gun. I give it a 7 out of 10 on my scale. Definitely something. It's great for a collection. That's what this one is. It's a part of my collection. It's a nice one. It's one that I keep, one that I shoot. It's got a nice set of just basic 3-dot sights on it. They are, this one can be drifted ever so slightly front and back. I actually have this one drifted just a smidge for my shooting to make it a little more accurate for me. Nothing crazy though, just basic Novak style-esque night sights on it. So it has the nitron coating on the slide. It's got the SIG contrast dots, which after a while they're just dots at that point. So yeah, very limited in the features, but again, it's a reliable gun. It comes with you get 2 mags when you buy it, so nothing crazy, but it's a great addition to any collection. If you're a SIG fan and you're looking for a little bit more compact version of a SIG, I think this would be a good option for you, because if you're a SIG person, you're used to having the weight of a SIG, because again, they like to do a lot of steel. As you can tell, the lower is steel and polymer, so it's predominantly a steel lower with a polymer back strap on the grips here, and this whole back piece is polymer, but when you take that off, this comes separate, and then again, the lower is still steel. So all in all, a nice gun. This is the SIG P239. Hope you enjoyed this. As always, Semper Fi. And if you've been wondering where I've been the last couple of weeks, I've actually been rebuilding a motorcycle in my garage. I got a 2004 Victory Kingpin, and I've taken a bunch of pictures from the stock to the customized bike that it'll be when we're done with it here in a week or two. And there'll definitely be a video of all that stuff. Really nice job me and my buddies have done on it. It's going to turn out to be just a sick freaking bike when we're done. So look forward to that, and hopefully the summer heat here won't kill me here in Arizona. But as always, Semper Fi, have a good day.
So you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it one shot at a time.